Today we're going to convert this Honda generator so that it can use propane for fuel. We're going to use a kit from Hutch Mountain. I found this on Amazon and they had a lot of really good reviews, so we're going to give it a try. So the first step, we got to drill a hole up here toward the top, so let's do that. So first, it's easy if you just get some electrical tape. What you want to do is follow this line up here, just like that. And then what you want to do, measure up from this lip up 3/4 of an inch and make a mark. That's right there. So now we got our dot. Now you can remove the tape, and that is where we're going to drill our hole. And obviously you want to do this nice and slow so you don't accidentally drill down into something. But we got our hole. Next you want to remove the screw to the air filter door, which is right here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Take that off. Then you want to just pull out this pre-filter right here. So now we need to remove this bolt and these two nuts with the 8mm socket wrench. So now we just need to pull this hose out right here. Just pull that out. And then we can remove this whole assembly right here. There we go. So that's that. Put this to the side. So next we're going to install the propane hose. And what we need to do is route it behind these gasoline lines. So just bring it behind it right here. And it fits perfectly. And then what we want to do is take 2 of these washers and place them on top. And then we're going to get it through the hole that we made previously. There we go. And now we're going to take the 3rd washer and place that on top. So next we need to install this elbow, so we'll just go ahead and get it hand tight first, and then we'll use the wrenches. So you need your 5/8 wrench to hold the bottom, and you can just use a crescent wrench to turn the top. Alright, so we got that on there. You want to have this facing forward. Next we need to install the female quick connect. And this is where you'll need your 7/8 wrench, or just another big crescent wrench would work too. Okay, so we got that on there. So next we need to take this propane hose and route it behind all these pink fuel lines. So we'll do that. Make sure it goes behind all of them. And pass it through. Okay, and that ensures that none of these will get pinched. Then our kit comes with 2 new gaskets. So what you want to do is take this old gasket off right here. Alright, so next we want to install these new gaskets, and just make sure you got it flipped the right way. The shape should match. So there we go, that's the first one. And then we're going to go ahead and put the propane adapter on. And then we'll put on the last gasket, just like that. Okay, so next the kit also includes a zip tie. And what that's going to be used for is we need to get this propane hose pulled over this. We want it to be zip tied to this hose to pull it over this way. And when you do that, you want to make sure the zip tie is on the right side of this clamp to prevent it from pinching this other hose. So we'll do that. So just like that, we're just pulling it over into this gap right here. Perfect. Okay, next what we have to do, this is our air cleaner assembly. We have to push and remove this sleeved washer from this box. So we just push it out. Okay. So that came out, and this will no longer be used, so just put that to the side. The kit came with this small nylon spacer, and what we're going to do is put that on the end on that bolt. So next we need to reinstall this air cleaner assembly, and want to make sure we get that hose pushed back in there. Then we just line up the bolts, make sure that hose is pushed in, and just get all these started. 1, 2, and then this is the one where we added that spacer, so that one goes here. And the instructions say to remove the socket from the ratchet, and then use this to just get these finger tight, just like that. So we got them all pretty much finger tight. And then next step, we want to reattach the socket, and we want to give 1 complete revolution for each nut, just like that. This ensures that you get a good seal, but that it's not over tightened. All right, so we've got this bolt tight, we've got these 2 nuts tight, and we've also made sure that breather hose is back installed where it should be. So next we need to put this pre-filter back in, just like that, and put the cover back on. And now we can go ahead and put the main cover back on as well. So next we need to install a new sticker right here. And you can see it comes with a couple different options. So the generator I have is the EU2200i. So this is the sticker that we're going to use. So first we just need to get this old sticker off. To get the old label off, they recommend you first heat it with a hair dryer. So that's what I'm going to do. So next you just want to get you some rubbing alcohol and make sure you clean it really good before you put on the new sticker. And right now it's in the off position, so I just want to make sure that that is where it's lined up at. Alright, I think we got it. So next we just need to hook up the propane tank. Then it just screws on to the tank like this, and just, this needs to go on the top. Then you can take this little blue cap and just set it on the bottom right here and let it rest on the tank like that. Now, before you run your generator on propane, you want to first go ahead and make sure all the gasoline is out of the carburetor. And the way you do that is go ahead and start it up as normal on gasoline, and then turn it to this gasoline off position, and that will let it run until all the gasoline is out of the carburetor, and then you're good to go. But I've already done that because I have this set up for storage, so we'll take it outside and show you how to start it with propane. Okay, so next all you got to do is hook up the propane to the generator with the quick connect. Super easy to do. Alright, so that's on there. So now all we got to do is open up the valve on the propane tank all the way, and then just press this primer button for just 1/2 second, and then you're ready to start. And one thing you want to note is you never use the choke when you're using the propane. It doesn't need a choke. So all you have to do is just turn it to that propane position on the switch, and then you're ready to go. So it started right up with just 2 pulls. It's pretty good. When you turn it off, all you do is just turn the switch down. I really am impressed how easy this kit was to put together and use, and I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. But you may be wondering, why even do a conversion like this in the first place? So I normally try to keep a store of gasoline on hand to use in my generator, or if the vehicle needs one and the gas station is closed for some reason. But the bad thing about gasoline is that you have to stabilize it and keep it rotated, and that can be a hassle to keep up with. So the best thing about setting this up to use propane is that I can buy a bunch of these propane tanks, and the propane is not going to go bad. It's not something that you have to keep rotated or stabilized like you would with gasoline. So for me, that is the best benefit of converting this to use propane. So now I can just stock up on a bunch of these propane tanks and I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about the gasoline going bad and constantly rotating it every year. And the cool thing about it is, if I stock up on a bunch of these 20-pound propane tanks, not only will I have fuel for my generator, but I'll also have fuel for our backup heat source. So we have electric heat at our house, so if the power goes out, what we use for backup heat is these Mr. Heater Big Buddy heaters. And they can run on these 20-pound tanks. So if I have a bunch of these stocked up, I have fuel for the generator and I have fuel for our backup heat. So to me, it just makes sense. And you may be wondering how long one of these 20-pound propane tanks will last when running your generator. And Hutch Mountain says that if you have a full load on the generator, the tank should last about 12 hours. And if you have a half load, the tank should last about 22 hours. And if you only have a quarter load, the tank should last about 33 hours. So to me, that's very good. So if this video was helpful for you, be sure to hit that subscribe button and click on this next video, and I'll see you there.